Hello everybody, my name is, well you really don't care what my name is, and welcome to the 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea movie review that I've been looking forward to reviewing. Why? Well, mostly because this movie is one of my favorites since I was a kid, and it's a great film, and because I got to go on the ride that they used to have in Disney before they took it down. So, what is 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea? Well, it is a movie that was based on a novel that came out in 1954, and it's one of Disney's many live action movies that they made in the past that, some people didn't think was going to be big, or thought that when you talk about Disney that it was going to be a musical. But no, it was actually a pretty good movie. I mean, you have actors like Kirk Douglas, James Mason, and even Paul Lucas. I mean, those are three great actors you have in a movie, and just the story for this and the effects they used. I mean, yeah, the effects were not that big and fancy, but it was still pretty cool effects that they used. And, from beginning, middle, and end, it's a pretty good movie, and it got me hooked onto it, especially the music around it and just the visuals for this. I mean, oh my god, the visuals for this movie was pretty cool. Uh, you know, I know it's not like the Disney films that we know now, but back then the visuals when you see them, they're pretty cool. I mean, you get to see them go underwater. The effects they used for the submarine was something that I'm sure was never used in the past, and just the way these actors portrayed these characters were done well. I mean, even James Mason did actually well as Captain Nemo. I like the character Captain Nemo. I mean, he was just a guy who, you know, looks like someone you're not gonna like, but eventually you do get to like him, and he is someone that you actually show respect for. I mean, hell, the character Captain Nemo is respected by his crew that they're even willing to die with him. They're willing to go down with the ship with their captain with no question asked, no argument, nothing, no even kind of like, we're gonna die with this guy? Like, really? No, they're all like they have these cold expressions like, yep, yeah, we're gonna die for this guy. That's what we're gonna do, and that's pretty cool. I mean, that is something that you don't normally see in a live action movie with great actors and just a good cast. Now, does this movie have any flaws? Yeah, it does have its flaws. I mean, some of the scenes that we see in the movie I don't think are needed, but are added anyways. I think another problem I had with the movie was, let's see, what else? I think it's the character that Kirk Douglas plays. Let me look up his name. Ned Land, yeah, Ned Land. I did not like that guy because, I mean, I get it. They are prisoners. Him and the other two men that he's with, they're considered prisoners. That they're trapped on Captain Nemo's sub, but eventually are allowed to go around the submarine. But yeah, I mean, this guy, he thinks that Captain Nemo's a bad guy, and that he needs to stop him by sending messages to the governments around the world to let them know what's going on. But in a way, I don't think that the Captain Nemo's not really a bad guy. I mean, yeah, he does sink ships, but they're mostly warships or ships carrying weapons for war or to harm other people. He's not really that bad guy. He's just someone who has such a tragic past that just he has seen the bad side of humanity, and he's trying to stop it, trying to stop this violence from spreading across the world. That's what he's trying to. That is his goal. That is his goal, and he gets away from the human world. He gets away from the surface world and decides that the sea is safer, that the sea is better, and in a way it is. I mean, I think in a way the bad guys here are our people, because Captain Nemo, he's created so many advanced technologies that shouldn't be around that time that the movie is set in. And I can see why he doesn't want to share his knowledge and technology to the world, because he knows how humanity is he knows how dangerous they are. He knows how they do not care what gets in their way. They will do whatever it takes to get power, to get money, to get anything that they want. He has seen that, and that's why he doesn't want to give up anything to humanity, knowing full well they'll abuse the technology that he's made. But Kirk Douglas's character, he doesn't care. I don't think he understands what's at stake here. The actor Paul Lucas, his character, he understands why Nemo doesn't want to give up his technology, but he still hopes that there is a way for him to pass on technology to humanity, because he's seen how advanced this technology is and how it can be used for good. But Nemo is still reluctant. He doesn't want to give up that technology to anybody. It's one of the things I love about that movie. And despite the flaws of Kirk Douglas' character, he can still be a good character to have around, especially during that scene where we see a giant squid attacking the submarine. Yeah, I know that during that time they didn't have CGI, so they had to have people move the squid around, especially the tentacles. They had to move it around. But what I liked about it is you don't get to see the cable. They actually did this during a storm. They actually had the fight against the squid during a storm, which is good because they keep the cables hidden and they make it look good. I mean, yeah, it still looks a little cheesy when you watch it as an adult, but it's still a good, cheesy scene to see, and I like it. Even 60 years later, since the movie came out, it can still pull that off. And when you see Disney films, the live action kinds nowadays, the special effects are not that good. But like I said, it's a great film. I love it. I love the actors. I love the story of this movie. The visuals for this is amazing. It's great. Even 60 years later, it still holds up, and it's definitely worth watching. In fact, you know what? I'm going to see it again because I love this movie, and I'm going to watch you again, my friend. Yes, I will. So, if you guys have a different opinion about this movie, leave some comments below. Let me know what you think, and I'll be here next time to give you more love and more entertainment. But until then, I have one last thing to say. Well, actually, Captain Nemo has one last thing to say. This is actually from the movie. There is hope for the future, and when the world is ready for a new and better life, all this will someday come to pass in God's good time. So true, my friend. Take care and see you all next time. Start the movie, folks. Start the movie.